Hi to anybody who might be watching, which I'm assuming is just gonna be my partner and myself in the future. This is kind of what I'm hoping that making these videos will kind of be for. Starting off first, my name is Madison. I'm a herpetologist. I am currently working on my first reptile book and I'm hoping to put out some more research in the future. But for now, I am just a keeper. I have a lot of reptiles. I'm gonna do kind of like go through all of the animals that live with me currently and just kind of introduce them. This is gonna be a meet all of my reptiles video. This is Empanada. She is my little bearded dragon. Now she is a rescue, so I don't know her exact age. I would estimate maybe around 3. She is a little bit on the skinnier side. She just doesn't have a whole lot of chunk on her, but we're working on that. She is not a big fan of her vegetables, as most bearded dragons are, but she is a really good eater. We just have to work on getting more veggies in there. I'm feeling her for this little stuck shed right now. I'm not gonna try to get it off for her or anything. She was doing pretty good by herself. But yeah, she just got her little fat roll, so she's just chilling. She lives in a 4x2x2 and we're hoping we'll upgrade her in the future here. But we have Nemo here next. Now I got her from somebody who posted an ad that they had found her on the side of the freeway. Obviously not a great situation. Normally turtles are just left alone, but when I got to her, she still had her little egg yolk, still pieces of egg on her, so obviously she was not going to be doing great going back to any type of body of water. And I've got her now, so I've had her for a little over, I want to say a year. Oh, she's coming up on her first birthday here in just a couple of weeks, so I do plan on making a little video about like her birthday party and stuff. I do like celebrating my babies whenever I get the chance to. I do have kind of a suspicion that she is a female, that's why I keep saying she. I do think it's a little bit too early to tell, but I do think she's a girly. This is Egon. Oh my god. Oh! I'm sorry. Now, like most people, I have a wish list of reptiles that I always wanted to own, and boa constrictors were always pretty high on the list. I am a really big fan of larger reptiles, so monitors, large constrictors, pythons, anacondas, things of that nature, you know, the really big guys. I'm not incredibly knowledgeable on morphs. I will be the first person to admit that. He's an albino call, I hope I'm saying that right, boa constrictor. Funnily enough, I really did think he was an albino red-tail boa for a very long time. So a little bit embarrassing on my part, but it is so cool being able to work with one of the animals that was on my wish list, and not only that, but to get him as what I think is a smaller baby. So cool. Like, how often does this happen? And he's so great. So the person I picked him up from said that he was very striky and wouldn't really let him pick him up, and he has been nothing but great with me. I don't really know how old he must be, but to me, this is baby size for a boa constrictor. I don't know. This feels like he's just a baby to me. He's just a little baby. But I guess we'll see how big he gets. If he's gonna be a boy, he's not gonna get much bigger, but what a beautiful man. This is Vagar. So she is my 1.5-year-old leopard gecko. We're getting some chunk on her. Now I actually got her in a Home Depot parking lot, so we have been through the skin and bones phase for sure. A lot of it was that she was just a little baby, but I did post a little bit about her on TikTok and people seem to like her. So again, this is Vagar. She's generally a mean girl. She bites a lot. She's not really a fan of being handled, but that honestly is okay for me. I don't mind that. She wants to be left alone. That's alright. So again, this is little baby Vagar. There she goes. He is my California King. and we're gonna put him right back away. Romeo came from the same rescue as Dante, my toad, and he is an old man. I think he's around 10, 12 years old. And yeah, he's a great snake to have. I never really thought I would have a king snake. I have not really had much interest in that kind of like section of snakes outside of Romeo, honestly. And it's not necessarily because I don't think they're interesting or I wouldn't want to own them in the future. It's just that I have been trying to avoid getting long-term responsibilities I know don't necessarily fit my long-term goals within the field. Alright, most likely last up on the list of animals that will actually be coming out of their enclosures is gonna be Jar Jar. This is my big old baby. I got her, oh my gosh, almost 3 years ago now, I think. I got her as a little tiny hatchling. She was so tiny, probably like smaller than a leopard gecko when I got her. And here's my big mama now. She's so beautiful. Savannah monitors have always been like #1 on my wish list. So when Mauricio, my partner, got her for me, it was so exciting. Yeah, she's my big old girl. She is really nice. I wish that I could, well, maybe I will in the future, like make videos on my like taming her down process and everything that we did to kind of get her this handleable and like this calm and chill. Savannahs have a pretty gnarly reputation and it is definitely earned. They don't often kind of come out of that, but yeah, I've got my big old baby here. Okay, so this is Dante, my little western toad. I have no clue how old he is, however, I do hope that he lives forever, and this is his little princess cottagecore themed home. Arlo, my baby yellow-throated plated lizard, is on the very same theme. She is not handleable at all, but she was a wishlist animal for me, and very happy to have her. She is so cute. I've got some little white tree frogs, and these guys actually really scare me, but I do think they're cute in the same breath, and I'm just fostering them. We've got a puka, this is my toge gecko, and her bioactive enclosure, and then a little baby Chinese cave gecko. We're calling her Severus for right now. Okay, so hopefully I was able to put that all together. I do have a couple of animals I did not show. So I have 2 Kenyan sand boas, a girl and a boy, and then I have a Carabiner versicolor and a brand new tarantula. He is a Indian ornamental. If anybody was able to find this video that is not me or my partner, thank you for watching. This is just gonna be like a little diary for me to keep track of my babies' lives and kind of watch them grow. And I know that for reptiles, they live for so long and we kind of expect that they're going to be around for a really long time. And then as reptile keepers, we know that that's not always the case. Sometimes animals die young or sickness happens or XYZ, like a billion other things. But I just want to make sure that my babies have videos of them out there, and yeah, that I have something to look back on in like 5-10 years when everybody is grown and in these big majestic enclosures. So yeah, that is the end of that. We'll see you in the next one.